Support for WYES is made possible by Mary Lou Kristovich in memory of her husband, William Kristovich.
Good evening, I'm Peggy Scott Laborde, and welcome to Steppin Out, spotlighting the New Orleans area's arts and entertainment scene. Seated at our table tonight, Poppy Tooker, host of the radio program Louisiana Eats, airing twice weekly on WWNO Radio. Hello, Ms. Poppy.
Hello, Peggy.
Hi. Making his Steppin Out debut, Benjamin Karp, president of the New Orleans Friends of Music organization. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And Steppin Out theater critic, Alan Smason, who is also editor of the Crescent City Jewish News. Hello,
Hey
Alan.
there.
And tonight, we've got music. Our music guests tonight include members of the New Orleans Symphony Chorus, and later on, Becky Allen and Butch Kerr and a duet. But first up, Miss Poppy.
Well, so exciting for one of my favorite young culinary couples of New Orleans and New Roads, Samantha and Cody Carroll, who are, of course, Hot Tales and Socolé here in town. They have their own TV show that's premiering tomorrow night on the Food Network. It's called Cajun Aces.
So exciting.
And I am so happy for them.
Yeah.
I love them and I love their food. I can't wait to see it. And then talking about loving food, I think if you did a poll amongst the local food critics, most of us would agree that one of our favorite new restaurants this past year is Margie's Grill.
Yes.
You never hear enough of it, on North Broad. Well, if you haven't been to Margie's Grill yet, Monday, they're usually closed Mondays. Monday is the time to go because from 5 until 10, they are doing a boucherie, a whole hog, benefiting the Edible Schoolyard. And it's not just them. It's Alex Harrell from Angeline, Jackie Blanchard from Coutelier Nola, Mason Herford from The Turkey and the Wolf, and of course, Markup Jacobs from Margie's. That'll be some extraordinary pig. Monday, I'll see you there. Then, of course, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas time. And that means it's time for the Réveillon. And we're going to talk about this more next week. There are actually, this year, 48 different restaurants all around town offering meals, mostly special holiday meals in the $50 per person range. But I'm going to tell you all the #1 place, if you go anywhere, go to the Fountain Lounge at the Roosevelt. #1, we all want to go to the Roosevelt and see the Christmas decorations. #2, now this is lunch only, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. and they extended their hours till 4 p.m. So if you like a big middle of the day supper, go in the late afternoon. For $24, this is the meal you get. Bourbon glazed pork belly with pickled apples and orange scented sweet potato puree and collard greens, or a satsuma and pomegranate salad with baby kale, shaved Brussels sprouts, toasted hazelnuts, and a sugarcane vinaigrette. Then for entrees, you have a choice of a cast iron puppy drum with winter squash and a Meyer lemon beurre blanc, or a rosemary strip loin roast, or, this is what I'll be ordering, a cherry smoked breast of duck with black-eyed pea casserole, roasted tomatoes, Swiss chard, and a cherry glaze. And for dessert, grapefruit mousse with champagne sponge or a pomegranate coulis, or everyone's favorite bûche de Noël. So if you want to check out more about the Réveillon, the website is Follow Your Joy. But I suggest that you follow your joy straight to the Roosevelt Hotel.
So followyourjoy.com.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
And then our friends at Tube South, you know, I talked about before, they had debuted this thing called the Counter Club, which is a very small, only 12-person seating where you get Isaac cooking for you right in front of you. Well, it has been so popular and people keep signing up for the next one that lots of us have not been able to get in. So they've added a new seating. Now, this is every third Thursday of the month. Now there's a seating at 6 and at 8:30 p.m. December 21st is going to be Cheese Please. January 18th is going to be an incredible smoked night. It's a big smoke out with a cold smoked crab and smoked oysters. And on February 15th, maybe if you're a little behind on Valentine's Day, how awful, O-F-F-A-L, I cannot wait to taste Isaac's bone marrow creme brulee.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the final thing I have to say about that.
Wow.
Bone marrow creme brulee.
You know, I had dinner last night at Toops on Carrollton. Every dish is original.
He's so inventive.
It is so inventive. It's so inventive. Even the salad, it's like, wow, this is so creative.
I love those people, and I sure do love those cracklins.
Yeah, yes, me too. And the cornbread.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Amen
you,
is right.
Peggy.
New Orleans Magazine's quiz queen, Julia Street, has a question for us. Last time, Marlene Kindorf gave us the name of the Metairie Mansion and the former restaurateur who was known for his Christmas decorations. Of course, we're talking about the late great Al Copeland and Fulls Drive. We sure miss him. He has been around and he was such an incredible icon here. Now, tonight's question. This train once ran from the river to the lakefront. What was its popular nickname, and which carnival crew has a replica of the train in its parade? Email your answers to steppinout@wyes.org. Our prizes: a copy of the book Fantastic Saints by Ron Calamia, all about Saints superfans. And for this weekend, in honor of this weekend's Beignet Fest at City Park, a dish towel with the message, "Forget cookies, Santa loves beignets," from our friends at wearablevegetables.com. Plus, a $50 gift certificate from our pals at Kitchen Witch Cookbooks on Bayou Road, who are also having their Taco Tuesdays every week from 5 to 7 p.m. By the way, our own Errol Laborde will be signing his book, New Orleans, The First 300 Years, tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Barnes & Noble in Mandeville. By the way, you can go to wyes.org for our online calendar to see our lineup of events, including a champagne tasting up and down Julia Street for the gallery openings, and a reception, a Treo cocktail and gallery premiering a new show for Prospect 4. All of this takes place tomorrow afternoon, the early evening. You can link to our WYS YouTube channel to view our program. Now to Ben. Ben, an organization that's 63 years old and loves chamber music and making it happen, huh?
Yes, and we tried to bring the world's best to the city of New Orleans. We've had, over our 63 years, we've had the Emerson String Quartet, Yo-Yo Ma. Actually, we had Yo-Yo Ma right when he was beginning his career, to Sharon Isbin, to this coming week.
Tell us about next week.
Yeah, next week is our next performance. We have a piano trio coming with, it's a Brown, Uriost, and Kanalecki piano trio. They're a young group.
Look at them. Very groovy.
They're young, but I think it was the Vancouver Music Society magazine or paper called them one of the next up-and-coming groups. So, and our prices for our tickets, it's far less than a price to just for the season, far less than the price to a concert, to see any one of these people at any other venue around the world.
Well, that's exciting. Now, you all don't really have an executive director. It's mostly volunteers.
No, correct.
So you get to be the executive director since you're El Presidente, or what?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a board of between 30 and 35, and we have no executive director, and it's up to us to roll up our sleeves and get our work done, from basically doing the tasks that an executive director does. We even have our head of programming is a volunteer, and he negotiates all of our programming, artists and that, and we try to, and getting the word out on social media or anywhere else, that's what we're all doing. So.
Now, so if somebody wants to become involved, they just go to the website?
You can go to the website, friendsofmusic.org. You could see our upcoming concerts, which the one after this one, we have one in, the next one is in February, and then we end in April. And if you're still not yet interested, if you want, there's a link at the bottom of our website to sign up for our newsletter. And all students are free.
Well, that's a deal, especially as it's on Tulane's campus.
On
so
Tulane's campus,
wonderful.
but if you're a graduate student, medical student, or in grammar school somewhere, you are free. We're trying to build new audiences, but an audience of the future.
All right, well,
and
great.
we've got plenty of seats, so please
have at it.
Please
Thank
welcome.
you, Ben. That's good. We're glad you're
Thank
here.
you.
And tonight we kick off, speaking of music, we kick off almost a month of holiday music, and Steppin' Out, we're so thrilled here in Steppin' Out with that. And tonight, members of the Symphony Chorus of New Orleans, they were with us earlier this evening in conjunction with their upcoming concert. Here is a classic work to get us into the holiday mood. How more Christmassy can it get? We're here with the Symphony Chorus of New Orleans, headed by Stephen Edwards, and we're going to hear the Hallelujah Chorus. You have performed this yourself 30 times?
At least, here in New
And you're
Orleans.
not tired.
Yeah. No, I never get tired of it. It's a great piece.
Why do you think it's so popular? And we're talking about 1741 till now.
Well, it's full of tremendous variety. It's a really entertaining piece, but it's also uplifting. It's on the greatest story ever told, the story of salvation, and I think people are not only entertained by it, but they're uplifted by it.
And speaking of uplifting, there's a tradition, though, that everybody stands up for this. How did that develop?
Well, apparently King George thought the piece was over, and he stood up. And when the king stands up, everybody stands up.
Everybody stands up. Now, how many years has the Symphony Chorus been around?
We've been around since 1982, and I've been here since 1990.
And we have many New Orleanians these days. If they wanted to get involved, do they merely go to your website?
If you go to symphonychorus.org, there's information on how to audition for membership. If you want to sing, there's information on how to volunteer or how to donate or how to get involved with our organization. So
and you have how many performances usually through the year?
We do anywhere from 4 to 6 each year.
Yeah, so you keep pretty busy.
We do.
Well, we will now let you proceed with this. It is an honor to have you all here. Many thanks. Merry Christmas.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Omnipotent reign
Symphony Chorus of New Orleans performs The Messiah. That's next Wednesday at Holy Name of Jesus Church, beautiful church on St. Charles Avenue. The performance will begin at 7:30 p.m. To purchase tickets, go to symphonychorus.org. And now it's time for our Artist Spotlight. Tonight we're featuring a pair of earrings by local award-winning jeweler designer Patrice Mcmurray. Patrice will be holding a holiday jewelry show and sale this Saturday as well as next Saturday at 949 Harding Drive in New Orleans. Visit her website to see more of her beautiful work. And now, Ellen.
Well, Wednesday afternoon, I got a chance to take off some time and saunter over to BB's Stage Door Canteen, along with about 113 of my closest friends. we actually checked out the latest iteration of the holiday show for the Victory Bells, and this is, of course, at the National World War II Museum on Magazine Street. This year's original script is called Home for the Holidays, and, of course, it features the singing and dancing of the Victory Bells, at least 4 of the members of the Victory Bells, and these incredible performers include Emily Guyan, Shelby Mack, Jessica Mixon, and Mandy Mueller. Now, of course, Mandy used to be Mandy Ridgedale, but like several of the other Victory Bells, Emily Guyan, Roethlisberger, actually, they've gotten married. So Mandy got married to, of course, the son of Nick Mueller, who was, of course, the World War II Museum head for so long. So I thought I'd mention that as well. Lovely opportunity to sit with her dad. He's very proud. The Victory Bells, of course, have about 18 different segments. Not just one song sometimes, many songs sometimes in the different scenes. They show off their vocal and their terpsichorean skills as well, dancing up a storm, upbeat selections, and then a few of the romantic ballads that you might encounter during the season. Some of the more memorable songs include holiday fun like baking cookies and dressing the tree. And of course, there's standards like Home for the Holidays, which of course the title, but they also have The Night Before Christmas that Fred Waring did, of course, and Victor Herbert's March of the Wooden Soldiers and Toyland, which of course I grew up loving as well, which are instrumentals used for dance sequences. I love the traditional fare of My Favorite Things, Winter Wonderland, the Christmas Waltz, the traditional songs that people like Peggy Lee or Frank Sinatra would sing maybe, but it's all capped off by Deck the Halls and Jingle Bells, numbers that really will get you into the season and really the love of the spirit of the season. They also do Sisters, which is the white Christmas piece that you may remember that Vera Ellen did along with Rosemary Clooney. A little known fact, Rosemary Clooney actually sang both of those pieces. She actually did, because Vera Ellen could not unfortunately sing.
But she could dance, darling.
Yeah, she could, and she looked very, very good. So speaking of sisters, I don't want to spoil anything, but there are a number of tributes to singing sisters from the 50s and 60s that, I'm just going to leave it at that, but you will know who some of these are, and if you don't, you'll learn a little bit about it. A big shout out to Victoria Reed for this really wonderful holiday show. She always brings out the best in her staff. The costumes are over the top, too. Beautiful Christmas themes, the white, the blue, the red, of course, for traditional World War II museums, but also the green to go with the red, so it's really Christmassy. Home for the Holidays through December the 27th at the National World War II Museum, BB Stage Door Canteen, and you can also eat a meal if you'd like. There's also that option. Now, coming up soon, and I say soon, it's going to be starting, obviously, this weekend, is Not About Nightingales. This is part of the Tennessee Williams Theater Company's production for the final time this year. They have, of course, more coming up this next year, but this is going to be through the middle point of December the 16th. Let's see. You have a bunch of men kept in a prison in a hot, sweaty. I can't imagine Tennessee Williams not loving that theme.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun.
It's also one of his lesser known.
It is. It is a piece,
discovered
but
much later.
Apparently based on a true story too.
Yeah.
So he also, again, should be seen at Zeitgeist Multidisciplinary Art Center, again, which is on that area that we keep talking about, the former Dryad Street, Aretha Castle Halley.
ACH.
So again, Night About Nightingales, $25, and the shows are nightly at 8 p.m. They have a 2:30 show this coming Saturday, so keep that in mind. Also, coming up at JPAS at the Jefferson Performing Arts Center, something I've been wanting to see that was on Broadway for a while, and I didn't ever get to see it, Tuck Everlasting. Apparently, there's a story that's going on with this Tuck family, has a secret that they're trying to keep from everybody as to sort of living forever, and we're going to find out a little bit more about that, but this is going to be Friday of next week. It opens up, and again, I'm going to be doing a review on that. Hopefully, we'll be able to talk about it, but again, that'll be coming up on next week that I'll have that review for you because I'll be able to see it. And again, again, that's going to be on Airline Drive. Also, for those of you who want to support the NOLA Project, I always talk about these as the young Turks of theater. You know, they're getting to become now a little bit of the older Turks because they've been here for about a decade performing, and a little bit more than actually 13 seasons. But you know, these guys always are looking to raise some money. They don't have a brick and mortar theater like a lot of other venues, but they're looking to get some money together because they need to raise some money, some funds for what they need for their productions. Again, that's going to be at St. Alphonsus Art and Cultural Center, so keep that in mind as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Alan. And continuing our music-filled show, director Butch Care has written a brand new show opening tonight that pays homage to those TV Christmas specials of the past. Opening this weekend, of course. We had a chance to visit earlier this afternoon, both Butch and Becky Allen. Becky Allen and Butch Care, really, who could ask for anything more? We're all familiar with comfort food. Well, this is comfort theater because we are recalling, or rather they are recalling, those great days of watching Christmas specials. It really was so much fun as we were all growing up.
Fabulous.
Butch, you've been working on this a while, haven't you?
Oh, at least 6-7 months now, watching old Christmas specials on YouTube.
Okay.
Hours and hours of Christmas specials on YouTube.
Now you're going to have Uncle Wayne, of course, yourselves, and an opera singer. So it's that mix of Ed Sullivan, Bing Crosby, that kind of memory.
That's exactly what it is. If you remember the ones at Bing Crosby, Andy Williams, at Red Skelton, the variety show
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, of course.
All those Christmas shows.
Becky, I'm sure you have some great Christmas memories of those TV shows.
I do. You know, because we all loved them. And they had those TVs, you know, with the stereos, the long, big ones, with those big records. Remember? Ooh,
Oh,
Lord.
yeah. Records.
That's the ones your
records.
parents always with the long playing ones. Ooh, Lord.
And some had a bar on the attached too.
Okay.
We had a bar, a
And a
television,
television,
and a
right?
stereo.
Great, great. Now you're taking a lot of the standard carols, but you're putting your own twist on them too,
We
aren't you?
actually have some standard carols and some that were made famous by those television shows too.
And Butch has written
And
a
then-
bunch of new songs, and they're
about a half dozen
fabulous.
new songs
Well,
too.
give us the official name of this production.
The official name is Butch Care's Holly Jolly, family-friendly, vintage TV Christmas special with special guest star Becky Allen.
Yay!
I almost got it done in one breath.
And at the Westwego Performing Arts Center
Yes.
the next 2 weekends, huh?
Yes,
Well,
we had a lot of fun.
we will let you play and proceed here, and thank you all very much for being here.
We're going
Thank
to
you,
play?
darling.
You can play.
We'll
Don't
be
you
there
always
Friday,
play?
Saturday, Sunday, and it's 2 o'clock on Sunday and 7:30.
And we'll remind everybody too. But
Okay.
thank you. Take it away. All right.
So, Becky, they want us to sing something.
Well, what are we gonna sing? We didn't rehearse anything.
Do you know Jingle Bells?
Doesn't everybody?
Well, good. You sing Jingle Bells, and I'll take care of everything else.
All right, baby, go ahead.
Won't you come with me and we can take a sleigh ride? It's so lovely with the moonlight on the snow.
Yeah.
We could snuggle up and hold each other real tight and enjoy the winter wonderland tableau.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh.
Won't you come with me and we can take a sleigh ride? It's so lovely with the moonlight on the snow.
Yeah.
We could snuggle up and hold each other real tight and enjoy a winter wonderland tableau.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Hey,
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hey,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, won't you come with me and we can take a sleigh ride?
Yeah.
It's so lovely with the moonlight on the snow.
Jingle
We can
bells,
snuggle up and hold
jingle
each
all
other
the
real
way.
tight
Oh, what
and
fun it is
enjoy
to ride
a
in a one-horse
open sleigh.
Hey, show off! It's over.
A reminder that Butch Care said, Holly, holly jolly, family-friendly vintage TV Christmas special is playing at the West Wego Performing Arts Center. That's on Sala Avenue through December 10th. Go to jpas.org for tickets. And now it's our picks. Poppy.
Tomorrow night, the Coalition for Coastal Restoration is holding a holiday reception at Alex Beard's Gallery. It's free, and they're going to auction off this original artwork, perfect Christmas gift for your oyster lover. 6 to 8 on Magazine Street at Alex Beard's Gallery.
Thank you. Ben.
If you can't make this coming Tuesday's performance, I highly suggest coming on February 20th to see French pianist Lise de La Salle. And an American biographer, Catherine Drinker Bowen, once said, chamber music is a conversation amongst friends. So it's all of our concerts are very intimate, and we hope everyone to come out.
Great. Thank you very much, Alan.
Well, if you don't know it, tickets went on sale today for Phantom of the Opera. It always sells out. You need to know about it now so you can get your tickets. Again, Phantom of the Opera at the Sanger Theater. It'll be playing up, of course, right after Mardi Gras. So, we'll look forward to that.
Never get tired of that. And my picks, Casey and Connie Willems, are having a jewelry and pottery show. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. and Sunday at noon. The show will be held uptown at 530 Jefferson Avenue. Don't miss a performance of the original production of Le Code Noir. I know, Alan, you said you thought it was very, very well done. And they're doing one again this Sunday at Congo Square, directed by Tommy Myrick. The title is in reference to, of course, the code introduced to Louisiana in 1724, which regulated relations between slaves and the colonists. The performance is free and begins at 1 p.m. Be sure to bring your own chair or a blanket. And the performance group's trying to do it on a regular basis, during the tricentennial, pending funding in 2018. Looking ahead, the city's annual Luna Fête will be celebrating next week, taking place starting from December 6th through December 9th at Gallier Hall. This year's theme will highlight the cultural connections between New Orleans and Mexico. This amazing light show over at Gallier Hall, on Gallier Hall, the front of Gallier Hall, they start at 6 p.m. and they're fairly brief, so be there at 6 p.m. Thank you all so very much, and thank you for watching. Good night.